After the hotly contested elections that ended up in the Supreme Court, the 7-judge bench finally gave William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua the mandate to manage the affairs of this country. It is a victory that William Ruto and Gachagua have said they were given by God. Half of the voters are still contesting the process and the legitimacy of that outcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the single privilege of hosting the Bold Pointer.
Thank you. Karibu sana. My name is Kevin Oduor. You will forgotten to introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Frederick Achando, and once again, welcome.
Yeah, so guys, welcome Frederick to the Bold Pointer. The Bold Pointer is just another podcast we're coming up with, looking to the politics of this country, as now we try to keep check of the government of the day. And karibu sana.
Thank you very much. Without much ado, I think we want to go straight to, you realize that this government is a government of two people who say that actually they say they are God sent.
Yes.
William Ruto says it's God sent, Gachagua also. But I want us to look at these two guys, and especially Rigathi Gachagua. You remember in the Ruto government, William Ruto had a lot of space in there when they first formed this government. That was in 2014.
Yes.
Do you think the same is happening here? Because today, William Ruto, I think
it was in 2013.
2013.
We are even forgetting this.
Yeah. So what do you think is the space of this man, Rigathi Gachagua, considering where he has come from and where he is now?
Oh, first I also need to acknowledge Rigathi Gachagua is our deputy president.
Yes.
Yeah, and the bold question, the big question on the space of Rigathi Gachagua is one that keeps on emerging whenever you see Rigathi coming out and to speak on behalf of that government. Yes. And just to pick it up from where you are saying that in 2013 there was a shared presidency, and Jimmy Wanjigi revealed during the campaign trail that Ruto, the current now president, was a deputy by then, and Uhuru Kenyatta decided to share government. Mtu mmoja akachukua sword, the other person chose money.
And that was funny.
Who chose who,
That was funny. Actually, yeah.
I don't know who chose what. Who chose what? I think Ruto chose money and Uhuru chose the sword. Someone can
yeah, because as the commander in chief,
as the commander in chief,
he had the sword. So.
But also you also need to go for money. Even if I was in that situation, I would just go for money.
I think when you choose the sword, money comes in automatically. Yeah.
Now, that by that time they had a shared presidency, but I'll not blink my thoughts by saying this: that in this government, Rigathi Gachagua do not have the shared presidency as what was in 2013.
You're saying that with authority?
He doesn't have that, and I am convinced. I just want to look at. Of course, I'm not privy to the details of the power sharing documents.
Yes.
But I am one person that is believing this. If Rigathi Gachagua had a big stake in Ruto's presidency, then we wouldn't have had the contest of the running mate as it was. Remember the running mate context. William Ruto called members of parliament and some senior people in UDA party to come and nominate for him a deputy president, even though many people think that it was an exercise in futility. But the members of parliament that came out and settled on Kithure Kindiki, and from that moment Rigathi Gachagua turned and said, it's me or me. So that shows you that he was picked.
But someone will also tell you, because you are alluding to some fact, that even after the members of parliament chose Kithure Kindiki, you're saying that Rigathi Gachagua is like he usurped it, he took it.
Yes.
So with that in mind, he took that power.
Yes.
He's now the deputy president. I think he's got a lot of space.
No, he doesn't have that space, because this government was formed by the deputy president and maybe
the then deputy president,
the then deputy
current president.
William Ruto formed this government, and I am persuaded that he might have did this with maybe a backroom staff, a backroom team that no one seems to know, people that are not in the limelight. Because what's the essence? How do you form government? You must fund the campaign
Okay.
That's it. In 2013, the Ruto was formed by the then Wanjigi.
Okay.
And in 2017, Wanjigi was behind Raila Kalonzo ticket. We don't know who was behind Raila Mata ticket. But even in terms of this one between Ruto and Rigathi,
Yeah.
there was, William Ruto had an option, and it's in public domain that he had an option of going for Kithure Kindiki. So to that extent, it shows you, to that extent, it shows you that Ruto was the person that was calling the show. Now, in this government, I think that's where the question was. Huh?
Yes.
Whether he's going to have a stake. He doesn't have the shed. But do you know why?
Yeah.
If you look at the politicians around William Ruto,
Yeah.
he is not a second in command in terms of the UDA party. Do you know that leaders like Ndindi Nyoro, Moses Kuria, the Waiguru, Wahome, according to William Ruto, those people might be at the same level of Rigathi Gachagua. It's only elevated, it's only baptized by fire that he's a deputy president.
Let me ask you, because you see, there's a school of thought that believe that if you look at the large amount Kenya electorate, they feel and they so believe that these people voted for this government not because of William Ruto, but they did this because of Rigathi Gachagua. What do you say about this?
And I want to agree, but they did not go vote because of Rigathi Gachagua as a person. They voted for William Ruto because of the venom that Rigathi Gachagua planted. Remember, I think it was reported by Nation at some point that they met in Kihara's, I think it is Susan Kihara or someone, Kihara's home, the Naivasha MP, the Gilgil MP, and they aligned and came up with a strategy to attack President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Yes.
So Rigathi Gachagua was in the limelight because he was the person that was attacking the king.
Yeah.
And you know, when you attack the king, you become very popular and you show an element of brave.
Yeah.
People see the courage in you.
Now, very many people believe that with the same electorates in mind, he commanded them to vote for William Ruto. He will still go back to them and tell them, look, we voted because we believed we have something in this government, but now we are being duped. And so if William Ruto is not careful, then
the person to do that work is not him. If things don't go right in this government, which is also a likelihood,
yes,
because the promise is not vis-a-vis what is now in the coffers, according to what they're saying.
yeah.
So if things don't go right, that will occasion the rise of Uhuru's orphans. And the Rigathi team and the UDA team from Mount Kenya will not have the audacity to tell the Mount Kenya why exactly things are not wrong, why things are not right. It will occasion the rise of the Sabina Chege, the rise of Kanini Kega, the rise of now Martha Karua, and the voices of dissent, because now there will be a voice of reason that, guys, we were to take this position, it did it. So that and the survival of Rigathi Gachagua is to make sure that the Mount Kenya activism pays up.
So in a nutshell, you are saying that even if Rigathi does not get what he wanted, he cannot go back to the electorate and tell them, look, that will give rise to the people.
No, they're here. They're here, tell us. They will not listen, you know, like, you see, when the price of unga is up,
yes,
it does not really affect it. It's not selective. It's everywhere.
yes.
And the person that was addressed in this campaign, the last just concluded campaign, if perhaps it's concluded, I'm not sure that it's concluded.
Yeah.
In the just concluded presidential contest, is the hustler.
Yeah.
If that hustler is not addressed, if the issues of that hustler is not addressed, the women in the markets that were waiting for the loans,
The mama mbogas,
and the border borders that were told, you know, the border borders do not really need the loan. What they need is the price of fuel irudi chini.
Yeah. Which is now up.
Which is now up.
Yes.
That is the point. If some of these things are not addressed, the Gachagua will not go back to explain.
So it will be forced to swallow humble pie.
It will be too late.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know what the viewers think, but it is your position that it may not be really rosy as Rigathi thought. But I want to look at his position in Mount Kenya. Because now Uhuru Kenyatta is no longer the kingpin. I've heard people talk about Ndindi Nyoro. I think he's really rising up. I saw some tweet, people are even thinking that he is the next president. People like Alice Wahome are still there. We have several kingpins, so to speak. Do you think that the mere fact that Rigathi Gachagua is the deputy president of Kenya, a very big position, Rigathi has been a DO and a one-term MP. Now all of a sudden he shoots to the highest peak, is now the deputy president. Do you think this positions him automatically? Because I think it's automatically the Mount Kenya kingpin.
I want to say one thing. I just want to look at it this way. Look at the current president, William Ruto.
Yes.
When William Ruto was picked as the running mate for President Uhuru Kenyatta in 2013,
yes,
by that time he was not, between 2013, in the Grand Coalition, they were coming from Grand Coalition,
yes,
he had just served as a minister.
That was agriculture and
higher education.
Yes.
But he immediately was picked as a deputy president, and even at the campaign trail, he was groomed, and there was a meeting in Rift Valley that groomed William Ruto as the spokesperson of the Kalenjin community. So it went, at the time he got there, he had already had that. Now, one thing, the reason why I think the fact that the deputy president is from Mount Kenya will not give him the kingpinship status. Let me tell you why. In this election, Moses Kuria and the team came up with a narrative that this time round they don't need presidency.
As Mount Kenya people.
Yes, as Mount Kenya people. Now, at the tail end of, or even at 2027, the narrative will still emerge. Now you had a deputy. Will you be that you want a president? The narrative of them wanting a president will not be viable. Because it is the narrative of presidency, of Gachagua rising to presidency, that gives him the kingpinship.
Okay.
And many people are scrambling for that. What makes him get it? If the voices of Moses Kuria are still in the background, the voices of Mwangi Kinyuri are still in the background, and the litmus test is to bring everyone together. It's not fun, not magical science. Wait for the cabinet.
Let me ask you a question. You're saying that in Rift Valley, they had a meeting and they resolved to rally behind one person who is.
So they united. They were united around the current president.
Yes. I want to allude to this. If you look at the pronouncement of the Mount Kenya electorate, they rallied behind Rigathi Gachagua in no uncertain terms because they voted. Which any other way could they have spoken?
No, this is the point.
To support
this is the point. And I'm not trying to say that they don't have the voice.
Yes.
But on the voting is a totally different layer of communication.
Yeah.
You understand? The people, the approach, the strategy in Mount Kenya started way 4 years ago by William Ruto going to the church. You understand?
Yeah.
The clergy coalesced around
their Rambays and all this.
Their Rambays were all there. And remember, do you know this country had to change the notes because of the money, the way the currency was being poured. They had to change the currency because of the way money was being poured everywhere. And they were like, where is this guy getting the money? You understand?
Yeah.
Then after that, it camouflaged to dynasty versus, hustlers.
All the narratives that he was using to ensure that he entrenched himself.
And the hustler narrative went in there. So it's a cocktail of many things. If Ruto went to Mount Kenya and told them that, guys, kumi yako. So, and by there are people who also say to depend deni, you understand that?
Yes.
So that day is over. That day is over. Now, they have paid it, if it was about paying it.
Yeah.
The point here is this.
Yes.
When William Ruto spoke to the mountain, he did not tell them to vote for them.
Yeah.
He's going to stand on their own. President Uhuru Kenyatta did that in 2013.
So the difference here is, if I got you well, is that President Uhuru Kenyatta, or the former president, promised the electorate that kumi yangu kuma yako, but William Ruto has not promised the Mount Kenya that I will do it at a 2-term and give it.
No, not even promising that 2-term or so.
Yeah.
He has not had a message to them about Rigathi. He has not told them. He has not told them that
his position and maybe after 2027.
You know, not even after 2027. He is not telling them that the currency is about Rigathi.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah.
He's not told them that the people that I'm going to appoint in cabinet is Rigathi who is going to forward the names. Rigathi has been, and remember they are all in one party known as UDA.
Yes.
So what Rigathi Gachagua is a deputy president, and it ends there.
And that's all.
That's all. On the matters of transition in Mount Kenya, and you know that this is not something that William Ruto would want. Can I tell you why?
Why?
In 2027 or 2032, the interest must change. You never know, things might shift. And someone will come up with the narrative that, look here, hii kitu haiwezi kuwa Kalenjin, Kikuyu, so there is another people. And Ruto might be pushed not to front another Kikuyu to the ballot, if he's not like.
So let me ask you, you're saying that maybe by the time we get to 2027, and Ruto wants a second term, you're saying that he might change and say that I'm now picking my running mate from somewhere.
Yes. Not about picking. In 2027, I still believe he's going to pick a running mate there.
Yeah, but
and I don't think he can still even change Rigathi.
Yeah.
He's still going to be Rigathi.
Yeah.
Unless something, you know, we are in Kenya, so things also do happen. Unless something happens. But I want to say
they are going to stick to.
You know what I'm saying is this.
Yeah.
If Rigathi is to be a kingpin, not now.
Not now.
Where is he reigning? So kingpin of who? Where is he reigning?
So let me ask you.
He's going to be kingpin after William Ruto. They sold William
a direct
as the
question that I can now ask you. Are you saying that we don't have a Kikuyu? Let me just put it very plainly. We do not have a Kikuyu. We don't have a Kikuyu kingpin in Kikuyu land. You're saying that we have a Kalenjin who is the king as a kingpin in Mount Kenya.
They have a caretaker. They have a caretaker kingpin.
Who is?
President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Are you saying that President Uhuru Kenyatta is that still powerful?
Is the caretaker. Is the caretaker.
If elections were to be held today, and I just want you to look at this scenario, whether this analogy can work. President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president, we will continue calling him president. Once the president was president. So President Uhuru Kenyatta has a party and stands or contest for an election. Rigathi Gachagua contests on his own. And William Ruto contest on his own. I'm asking this because I still want all the viewers, because it's a question. You remember in one of the tweets that you showed me the other time, they are now asking who is the kingpin. So the three of them are contesting: President Uhuru Kenyatta, President William Ruto, and Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Who do you think will take the lion's share of those votes?
Who is voting?
The Mount Kenya. I'm just looking at the Mount Kenya
William
voters.
Ruto.
You believe so?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. The caretaker. William Ruto will take it. Because Watagawa. But if you put Rigathi and Uhuru Kenyatta will win.
No.
Uhuru Kenyatta will win.
Why do you believe Uhuru Kenyatta still has a higher stake in Central than Rigathi Gachagua? Yeah, so that we can put this well. Please, because I don't. If we ask the voters this, because I think they will have a mixed reaction on this. I still believe that because if you look at the contemporary world, and especially the Kenyan politics, they tend to go with those people who have got powers. I'll give you an example. It has been the norm all over that when you have the flag, ukiwa na ile bendera, then they believe you are now someone in the society. Rigathi is now the deputy president.
I can tell you. You said now.
Yeah.
5 days.
Yes.
Into this government.
Yeah.
Uhuru Kenyatta will be there. Will win.
Okay. I don't know what viewers think.
Maybe 2 years from now. But as things are now.
Yeah.
You know, the truth of the matter here is everything you promised is not there. You're simply saying it's not there. So people are, we are in a really
So you're saying we give them time before we decide who is the kingpin?
Yes. That's why I'm saying the caretaker.
The caretaker kingpin.
President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Well, now when these people formed the government, the current government that we have, William Samoei Ruto had a team, and he has really thanked them that they really worked tirelessly. Moses Masika Wetangula has been rewarded. The guy from Kilifi, what is his name?
Kingi.
Amason Kingi has been rewarded.
Awarded.
But currently, I realize that even in the mainstream media, there seems to be a cold war between Musalia Mudavadi, his team, and Rigathi Gachagua. I heard this thing about an office, special office being given to Mudavadi and that of Rigathi Gachagua. I think it's a small office.
No, it's actually, they are both at Harambee House. And what I gathered is, I think the second floor is going to be occupied by Musalia Mudavadi. The same building.
Same building.
Same building. Initially, that building, both ground floor to yote,
Ilikuwa
to require office of the deputy president. So people have had, and I don't know whether how constitutional it is, but I think it's in the spirit of brotherhood. Rigathi Gachagua can look at it in the spirit of brotherhood and sharing resources. You remember, the office of that chief minister doesn't exist anywhere.
Or even Matiang'i, who was supposedly holding that, he didn't have an office.
He didn't have that. No, Matiang'i was not that position. Matiang'i was just a senior person amongst the government.
But the question I'm asking,
amongst the cabinet.
do you think William Ruto is sending a message? Because many believe that if Rigathi Gachagua is the deputy president, he should share and enjoy every privilege that William Ruto enjoyed. Why are they now giving them?
He should just enjoy the privilege of a deputy president. Okay?
Which includes that whole office. The entire office should
So what is he going to do with the whole office?
What was Ruto doing? Because many are asking. What has now changed? What was Ruto doing with that entire office that Rigathi Gachagua cannot do with that entire office? Many people believe that William Ruto is sending a message to Rigathi Gachagua here. Do you think?
I don't think that he's sending. Let me tell you, Rigathi is one person you cannot mess with. Can I tell you why? He's the person who will go out the next day and say exactly everything that have been said in the board.
He
will not keep quiet.
It doesn't have secrets.
He cannot manage the Cold Wars.
Yeah.
He will come out and go to the media and go to Mount Kenya and tell them everything. So he's not a man that you can easily manage in the boardroom. If you want to manage him, you have to manage him in the crowds, because he knows he has. I think you can take away everything from him, but you must give him the credit of being the brave politician. I know Kenyans love the brave people.
Okay.
The people that
will spill the beans out there. He won't give you easy time.
Like look at what he did in inauguration. Doesn't care. The other presidents are there. No, bana. Hapa ulikuwa umefanya hii, yeye anafanya hapa. Listen to him saying in KTN that this country has a deficit of people who doesn't want to hear the truth.
And he believes he's the man who speaks the truth.
Yes.
So are you saying that in the spirit of brotherhood, as you put it, Kenyans are reading too much. They agreed together. They are going to work together.
They are going to work together. But I also see, I just want to use a very good example.
Yeah.
Are their roles clashing? I really want to see the roles of Musalia Mudavadi as a chief minister. Then I will see the roles of the deputy president.
Have they been stipulated? Do we know?
No, they are just going to be given.
Or we are still
executive order. So when you get the roles, and it will make you get an impression of what exactly is the intention. Even the fact that they are going to share the office is not yet official, they are also testing the waters, and you never know. The guy, they can even say no. Let him get another space.
Serikali bado ni changa. We should give them time and
just
see.
5 days.
Or they're only 5 days into the office, so we need to be patient with them and see whether they will implement all the promises that they give us. And that's fair enough. Thank you.
I only have a challenge of how Kenyans will be patient, and their patience is not one thing that they can guarantee you. I've seen a very good example of Rigathi Gachagua saying, let's subsidize the production so that we can have production within 1 year.
Yeah.
When we sell the fertilizer, the farmer is going to sort out the fuel issue.
With the remaining,
it has been reduced by 3,000. So the remaining 3,000, the farmer is going to sort the fuel, so the farmer will not cry. Then we're wondering, so how about me who are not using fertilizer?
Oh,
what has been subsidized?
Actually, you're saying that apparently the price of fertilizer was 7,000.
Yes.
Now they have reduced it to 3,500. So Rigathi is saying that that farmer should use the balance to buy fuel.
So the question is, how about the other person who is not a farmer? So the subsidy of fertilizer have not helped him anyway. He's still going to buy the fuel. So that tells you all the
challenges
patience,
that they have
the patience that
and the
they
patience.
needed. And I would not be shocked to hear them calling for patience to the last day of the 2027 general election.
So I think the subscribers there will tell us what they think. Will they be patient for 1 year? Because actually Rigathi was saying that they are facing a lot of challenges, a period of 1 year. So perhaps you are...
Oh, that they also said 3 months. 3 months I think is fuel and food.
Yeah, 3 months he said that the fuel will come down. But maybe your viewers will tell you whether they will be patient enough.
Yes. So thank you guys. Subscribe to our channel. We try to do this every day. Of course, it's work in progress. So we get the comment section and take what you're saying, your feedback. And as we move to make this podcast more interesting and give more insights, we shall take in your constructive feedbacks. Thank you.